Warm welcome to you today. I would like to speak about using Trump as a stepping stone for giving birth to your own inner hero. And I am speaking to this subject from the perspective of somebody who has done heroic activism in the world. In 2018, Buddhist Project Sunshine is the initiative that I created and led, and in less than 1 year, exposed the leader of a global Buddhist cult as a sexual predator. And this was in major media, including on the front page of the New York Times. So I'm speaking from that experience, and I am now applying it to the situation with Trump. So I have been speaking about this ever since I first came on this YouTube scene with my first video that I posted on November the 6th when the election results had been announced. And I knew that there was going to be half a country that was going to be in shock and devastated when they learned that Trump had won the election. The unthinkable, the unthinkable. And it has lived up to everything, if not exceeded what we had feared. So I want to talk today about turning misfortune into an opportunity. And I think we can all agree that Trump and his incredibly powerful backing from his oligarch friends is a very incredible, powerful misfortune. There's a lot of energy within that. And so we can feel overwhelmed and bowled over by that energy and be all scattered and fragmented, which of course really serves Trump. And he's done a lot to try to create that effect, that experience in people who might oppose him. We can put our head in the sand as maybe a coping mechanism and, drown ourselves in TV or eating food or drinking alcohol or doing drugs. We can try to numb out in order to deal with the magnitude of what is happening in Trump. And again, that ultimately serves him being able to continue what he's doing. The more he can disempower people, really, the better in his eyes, because he's able to continue doing what he's doing. And so what I'm proposing in this video is something very different. And it is very precise. And so I want to speak to this in a clear way so that you can understand it and use it. So Trungpa Rinpoche, who is the founder of the Shambhala community, who had his wisdom and also had deep darkness. I have done the work of separating the wisdom from the darkness, and so I want to speak from the wisdom at this point. He said that when a horse is galloping and trips and falls, that the horse uses the momentum of its fall in order to recover from the fall, and so it does not fall down. And that is what I am proposing that we need to do with the energy that Trump has brought, is that we need to use that energy that he is bringing in and use it for something that we value, that is very meaningful for us, and that empowers us. And I'm talking the us being the awake, heart-centered people. So the energy of what he is doing, it is, it would be easy to be overwhelmed And you know, some skillful means might mean that you need to take breaks from it because it is so intense. That's a fine skillful means, not the permanently burying your head in the sand, but taking breaks may be part of it. But what I'm wanting to key into here is using that energy. So there is something very powerful within each and every one of us. And I'm going to call that bright, powerful part your inner hero. So if Trump hadn't come along, say if Kamala Harris had been elected, life would feel relatively safe. You know, we know people have talked about the problems with the Democrats as well, but somehow those problems do not seem half as bad as what we're experiencing with Trump. And I don't even know that Trump represents Republicans, so I'm just going to call him Trump. Trump and his oligarch friends. We would probably be feeling more safe, more everyday if Harris had won. So we would more comfortably just, you know, sit on our couch at night, watch some TV, go to bed, and never really dig deep for that inner hero within us. But because Trump was elected, and because he is such a dramatic threat, it really is calling us to dig deep for our inner greatness. And I wish that I had thought to grab the quote before recording this from Marianne Williamson, where she talked about that it's not our darkness that we most fear, but it is our light that we most fear. And again, I'm talking about that inner hero that is very unique in each of us. Each one of ours inner hero is so unique. And it somehow seems so much easier to sit on the couch and watch TV at night rather than to be engaging in uncovering and bringing forth our inner hero. And so that is the blessing. That is the rainbow around the clouds with Trump, that he is giving us very little choice other than to dig deep and to bring out that inner brilliance, that inner hero. It's a motivation. If you can get beyond the overwhelm and get into that what he is doing is not right. This is absolutely not the way that we want to be as an American people, and this is absolutely not the way we want to relate with the other countries of the world. And you use that knowing, that clarity, that this is absolutely wrong. This is not about the kind of country I want to be, not the kind of world that I want to be creating. Get into that clarity, and it can be so powerful that you can unleash within you this force that is uniquely you, this power, this brilliance within you that can be taking, you know, at first like little baby steps of starting to create some changes in the world around you. And then that can extend and grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And it can open up within you the ability to listen to the insights of things that maybe you can do that will change things. This is how it all starts. And you need to clear that inner darkness within you that clamps down anytime some new bright little idea. Like there a lot of people you will relate with this of having this little voice or this little energy within you that when you have some interesting little idea, the little voice says, well, that's a stupid idea. Or people are going to laugh at you for that. or, you can never do that. So you need to relax and disempower that voice to allow that space, a little space of playing around with ideas before you decide whether they're a good idea or not. You need to allow that playful space to play around with these ideas that can start to come in that are related to your inner hero. Little ideas and insights of, hey, maybe I could do this, or hey, maybe this would be a good idea. And you need to allow the space to play around with the idea, maybe flesh it out a little bit. Maybe, write it down, do a diagram, maybe, and not always the best thing to go talk to somebody else because they may say, oh, well, that's a stupid idea. So it may not be the best idea to go talk to somebody else, but definitely to allow yourself some time to play around with it, journal about it, draw it, flesh it out a little bit, and play around with the ideas. Because for us to be creating a world that is beyond what we know, of what we see right now, we need to be opening up space for new innovative ideas. And what I'm talking about is new innovative ideas that are coming into your mind and your heart, and the importance in this time of creating some space to allow yourself to play around with them and not just shut them down. This is how we begin to transform having a life that's all about being in the shadow to starting to bring in light, starting to bring in greenery, starting to bring in flowers, starting to bring in gentleness, starting to bring in hope. This is how we do that, by creating this space. And it has to be done with some power and some intention. And that's why this amazingly powerful experience that we are having with Trump and the oligarchs, that I believe is what we're needing to prompt so many people to get in touch with their inner hero, to get off the couch, to, engage some life affirming things that are going to allow them to get in touch with creating that gentleness within their heart, and then creating the space where you can be giving birth to your inner hero. Your inner hero wants to come out. And if you're not hearing it as you're listening to me talking right now, then I strongly encourage you, you know, like relax a little bit more so that you can hear your inner hero who's probably responding right now saying, yes, I'm wanting to come out. I don't want this depressed, regular, everyday life where I am not able to come out brilliantly in my unique colors into this world. I want that. And so this is the hidden blessing of this exceptional experience that we are going through with Trump, is that it is making our inner hero access much more accessible. The energy involved with what Trump is doing and how awful it is, that energy can be used, just like the horse falling, that energy can be used for invoking your inner hero and bringing your inner hero into this world. So, this is the message I want to give today. And I've got a host of ways that I have been showing you to be able to step into that space of birthing your inner hero. And I'm going to be continuing to be giving resources to you for birthing your inner hero. So for today, I would just love for you to take a walk in nature and really allow yourself to be filled with what you need in order to be able to give birth to your inner hero. Because it is time and we need you. There is absolutely no question about that. So, from my heart, I am offering all of my courage and heroism. I offer it to you at your feet for you to be able to pick it up and to use it in the way that will serve you the best way possible. Amen.